My previous video explained about Korean writing system Hangul. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend to watch it because it'll help you to understand about Hangul as a big picture. What kind of a writing system it is, what kind of letters we have, and how to make syllables. Today, we're gonna take a look closer on final consonant, 받침. When we make syllables with consonants and vowels, there are structures that we have to follow. If you see these 6 structures, upper 3 and bottom 3 are identical except consonants at the bottom. These consonants are what we're gonna study today. Let's see 2 of them. These are basic ones. 1 consonant and 1 vowel combinations. First one, consonant and vowel, they are written side by side. Second one, a consonant on top and a vowel is on the bottom. If you make a syllable following this structure, it will be like this. For the first structure, as you know already, only vertical line vowel can be placed here. And for the second structure, only horizontal line vowels can be placed here. From here, we can make 2 more new structures that contain another consonant at the bottom. This consonant is called final consonant or 받침 in Korean. Let's add 받침 here. What about this N sound consonant? And we read it as 간. For the second one, let's add the same 받침 here and we read it as 군. Any consonants can be a 받침, and to pronounce 받침 properly, we need to know a few very important rules. One syllable makes only one sound, not 2, not even 1.5, just one single sound. Let's clarify what it means. For example, 감. We don't read it as 감. We have to drop the ending sound and just stop making sound right there. Don't make any movement of your tongue or mouth after you make one sound. Let's practice another one. Can you guess how we pronounce this? Yes, this is nun, not nun. What about this one? Yes, mat, not mas. In this case, we have to make S sound to T sound in order to make this syllable one sound. Let's see the rule in details, how the sound changes as a 받침 like this. Second rule, there are only 7 sounds for 받침. However, as you can see here, every consonant can be placed in the 받침 position like this. That means some sound the same while they look different. Before I explain the rule, let's read them together to see how they sound alike. 각, 간, 갓, 갈, 감, 갑, 강. Probably you noticed that some of them don't sound like its own sound value. Then let's see this table now. There are 7 consonants and sound of other consonant change into one of these 7 sounds. If you see g or k sound as a 받침, it sounds like K in English. But we still don't read it as 각. We read it as 각. What about this one? We read it as 낙. And this one? 억. The second one is a pretty easy one. N sound consonant. When you see this one as a 받침, it sounds like English alphabet N. This one we read it as 눈, not 눈, 눈. What about this one? 변. And one more, this is 산. And third one, sound value of these 6 consonants is T as a 받침. It sounds a little bit complicated, but if you follow the rule, one syllable makes only one sound. You don't even need to remember this. It's very simple. There are some examples. First one, it has the sound 받침, so it looks like we have to read it as not, but we read it as not, not. And the second one, it has S sound 받침, so it seems like we have to read it as nas, But remember, one syllable makes only one sound. We have to read it as not, not. And third one has z sound 받침. So it seems like we have to read it as nuts, but we read it as nut. And next one, it has a ch sound 받침, and yet we have to read it as nut. Another two as well. So basically, those 6 letters sound all same, nut. That's why there is a rule that all 6 consonants sound like T as a 받침. And next one is a L sound. It's not either R or L sound. It's somewhere in between. So this is a L sound. So when you pronounce this one as a 받침, it's the same. We can read it as 날, 날. And what about this one? 벌, 벌. And third one, 멀, 멀. And M sound 받침, this is a simple one. And let's read it. This is 몸, not 몸, 몸. And this one, we read it as 봄, 봄. And third one, 맘, 맘. And bu sound and pu sound as a 받침, the sound value of those consonants is P. But still, we can hear P sound because we have to stop making sound before we really pronounce it. So basically, those two sound same. 입. And last one, if the circle is at the beginning of a syllable, it has no sound value. But when it's placed as a 받침, it's ng sound, 응 sound. So same rule is applied to this one, so we don't make 응 sound. Let's read the first one. This one is 공, 공. And what about second one? 항, 항. And third one? 상, 상. I usually tell my students that trust your nature and intuition of your tongue. Also, 받침 is more important to read in a sentence with other words. So there is another video, 받침 part 2. That lesson is very important because we will study how we pronounce 받침 properly with other words. With other words, the real sound of a 받침 has to be appeared, or sometimes it changes to a completely different one. Thank you for watching my lesson today and don't miss the 받침 part 2.